We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Funkin Kingpin show. I'm Allan Kwee, we funk. But before we start, I'm going to get out of the screen here. I'm going to do a special 10-bell salute for Daphne, my old buddy from WCW. Always a good girl. So let's have a moment of silence with this 10-bell salute, and then we'll get on with the show. Thank you, everybody.
What's up? What's up, everyone? It is I, the Kingpin, along with my homeboy Kwee. Welcome to another edition of the Funkin Kingpin show.
That's right, baby. Welcome, everybody. You got the King Dingaling.
And we got Brad, man. He looks like the guy from Beetlejuice, the guy at the table. The designer, you know. You know what
I never thought about that. That's pretty good. That's pretty accurate.
Man. Nah, but hey, man, you know, I'm pretty excited again. Another Friday, it's Thursday. Man, my head is, I'm thinking of Friday already.
That's the other show tomorrow night there, pal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. But, man, I mean, my head is a little messed up, man, due to the fact of what happened to Daphne, you know what I'm saying? I only met her once. But in the wrestling business, you know, we're all family, and you know, when somebody dies, it affects us all because, you know, I mean, as like I said, it's a close circle, man. It's a fraternity, and you know, I feel bad that what happened to her, and you know, we're definitely going to discuss about that on the show, man. But you knew her, Kwee.
Yeah, I got to work with her quite a bit actually. And the last time I worked with her, I actually wrestled Crowbar, and Mike Sanders in my corner. She came out, and then we did a couple spots with her and stuff, and you know, she was always really nice, man. You see her in the airport, you know, you'd see her she'd come down to the power plant sometimes and work out with Medusa and stuff. Always the nicest girl, man. Sometimes you thought maybe she was a little dark. So she had a dark side to her, but she was always top notch, man. Always treated everybody good. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say a bad word about her. You know, unfortunately, you know, I heard a couple different stories about what happened to her last night. Leading up to her, you know, passing away. And, you know, you hope some of them stories aren't true that you hear, but, you know, in the wrestling business, you know, anything's possible, man. It just, you know, with the CTE and, you know, stuff that could happen, you know, through your career is stuff like that, unfortunately happens. And I've seen it more times than I care to see it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just curiosity, man, she wasn't part of the power plant, right? I mean, even though she came down to work out, but she was never partaking in the workouts and
yeah. Well, I mean,
you know,
Medusa now would run them through the ringer a little bit. When they first started coming, they'd bring them out, and they really didn't work too much as far as like a match goes. They'd bring them down there. I remember they had Tori Wilson, some of the Nitro girls, and Molly Holly would help them out a little bit. Then you had Shannon, which was Daphne. You had Charmel, which was my valet, Paisley. And you know they come down there, but no, they didn't go through the tryouts. No, not like the 3-day tryouts. No.
But they don't go through like the vigorous training that you guys do. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't treat them like the boys, even if they came to work out with the guys. They
Well,
didn't go to
no,
the vigorous training like
no,
you
we
guys.
didn't. But now I guarantee you Medusa did. Medusa was kind of, especially when you're in the ring training with Medusa, she kind of had the Japanese style dojo style training, and they went through a little bit of the ringer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, understandable. So I mean, we were just talking about CTE, man. I mean, that's just something that it just hits hard, it hits home. I mean, like Axel from ECW, he apparently he was diagnosed with CTE. I mean, Balls Mahoney probably had it. Shit. I mean, me and you might have it, for all the years of
shit. Either one of us could have it. We're just we just ain't affected us yet, maybe,
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's times where I forget words or I think of something to say, but I just can't get it out. But again, I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's kind of scary because it's
that's
in the
just
back
old
of my
age,
mind.
man.
I hope it's old age, but it's just funny how this business, we put our bodies on the line and then they don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody gives us the credit or, pats us on the back, it's just that we're just the body. And then once we're out, we're nobodies basically.
Yeah. I mean, you can always go up there to the, if you work for WWE, you can, you can go up there. They got the wellness policy, and if you got any issues like that, I think they'll help you take care of that. That's a bonus from WWE. They'll try to help guys through that, or if they have any issues with like, substance abuse and stuff like that. The WWE is still there for the guys that were on a contract at one point.
Do you really think that that wellness program is a legitimate good thing, or is just kind of basically they help who they want to help, and half of it is just bullshit? It's just smoke and mirrors.
I mean, anytime they offer any help, I think it's a good thing. I don't know. I've never went through it, but I know a couple guys that have, and from what I've seen, it worked. But they were kind of named guys, so if something happened to me and I needed to contact them and try to do that, I do wonder probably what that process would be like,
They'll probably give you like a pack of aspirins from the medicine cabinet and then a couple of Band-Aids and go,
Yeah, well, I mean, they probably would. I would hope not, but the way this wrestling business is, you never know.
Hey, Brad, don't look too excited while we're talking here.
I'm just listening. Sorry.
Well, screw you, Brad.
He's like falling asleep like, oh, shit.
No, I'm not actually. I had a rough evening last night, so.
Oh, man, that's what happens when you fuck all night and, and get like 2 hours of sleep, man.
Bro, if that was only the case. If that was
you're into that bondage shit, and fucking, and,
tie me up.
He was wanting to get that Adam and Eve sponsor.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Get those a collection of pegs.
We said he was after getting a name brand adult size replica.
Well, yeah, that disappointed a lot of women.
Well, bro.
You talking about me?
I'm talking.
Come on, monkey.
Bro,
come on, bro.
I got a $20,000 vibrator. Bro,
it washes your ass at the same time, bro.
Are we allowed to say vibrator on this station?
Oh, sure. Why not, man?
Well, I know on the Realm Network it's a little different, but I got Piers is probably shitting his pants right now, going, bro, you can't say a $20,000 vibrator.
I said, going back and forth on the road, like, beer, and he's like, oh shit, man. Hey, mate. And that's like a $20,000 vibrator. Can I get a discount?
She's like, 20,000. I got a $30,000 vibrator, bro.
It makes pancakes in the morning when I'm done.
I know, Pierce. We have sponsors.
We was getting there, bro.
Relax. We're talking about CTE, and it's important.
Oh my
all right. You guys ready for the
put
first
up the sponsors
one?
before he gets his panties in a bunch.
See,
all right, here's the first one.
Here he goes.
Oh yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Hey, if you definitely want to get yourself definitely fitness attire, definitely want to benefit from like the sleeves, the headbands, and sports accessories, definitely check out Sleeves. Definitely use promo code MWA pod, but definitely, man, check out those dirty boxes. They're fun. They're exciting. They brings the excitement in the bedroom. Ask Brad. He's always partying in the bedroom with the elephant trunk boxes. But definitely use MWA pod. Get 10% off. It's Kingpin approved.
Don't worry, Pete. We're gonna give you the FOP discount, bro. Hit my music. Bang! All right, check out everybody healthvape.com. Healthvape.com. This is your healthy alternative to vaping. All their items are infused with vitamins. They have no harmful chemicals and no nicotine.
I
You know
can't
what I'm
say the
saying,
word.
Kingpin?
I ain't saying the word.
No nicotine. Use code MWA pod for your 10% discount. Check out healthvape.com, your healthy alternative to vaping. And Pete, we're going to get you, you're going to get your FOP discount too. It's a little different than the MWA discount.
Well, now that we definitely got the sponsors out of the way, now we can talk about the seriousness of CTE.
Yeah.
And in regards about the situation with Daphne.
I know Pierce hasn't taken any bumps in the wrestling business, but I think he might have some CTE.
From what?
just from being Pierce, you know. I'm not really sure.
Well, you know, he did fight. He did a little bit of MMA. So yeah, I mean, you know, if he got his clock wrong, but I don't think, you know, I'm not making fun of MMA. I'm just saying, in regards to CTE, you know, I'm not saying like MMA doesn't have the same level as wrestling, but they don't take chair shots. No. And stuff like that. So,
well, see, the good thing about MMA, which a lot of people think, you know, MMA is like brutal. In reality, I think it's a little better. What's up, Low Rider? It's a little better than boxing in the sense that, you know, the referees will get in there and stop. If you're not fighting back, he's going to stop the fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times they do stop the fight, probably too soon, maybe. But, you know, they do it for the protection of the fighters. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, their backseat quarterbacks will be like, fucking referee jumped in there. And, you know, when you hit a guy and he falls down and he's not swinging back or protecting himself, you know, you might want to consider stopping the fight. So, you know, I think the UFC definitely has, which all the MMA, you know, the Bellator, all them, they do a pretty good job of that, you know.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is that in wrestling, I mean, from my experience, man, even when I got hurt and they say, hey, you know, are you okay? Can you keep going? You know, I couldn't tell them, no, I can't keep going because I'm trained to keep pushing forward, you know, suck it up and, you know, finish the match. So I can never admit that I'm hurt unless I broke a leg or, you know, something really, really, really serious, you know?
Yeah, well, you know what? And those fighters, I'm sure they do the same thing. But when you're sitting there watching it live, and then once they watch the tape back, when they're, you know, their eyes are in the back of their head, they'll probably be like, yeah, it was probably a pretty good stoppage, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Rest in peace, Scream Queen, says the Low Rider.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's one thing, man. Is just in this business, man, you know, as the years going on, I know you might say his old age, but, you know, 20, 30 years from now, I'm sitting at the, you know, Pro Wrestling Shady Pines Retirement Center, fucking eating gruel and fucking, you know, what's for lunch today? Oh, hey, Mr. Medina's tapioca day.
Tapioca.
You get all excited and shit.
Hey, are we getting sponsored by this tapioca? Do we need to plug this tapioca?
Oh, I don't know, man. We don't even have a brand, you know.
No, I mean, you're right, though. I mean, I just turned 50 in July, and, you know, even before, you know, I turned 50, you know, sometimes you're right. You sit there and you like me and you could be having a conversation and it's a simple word I'm trying to tell you. And I'm sitting there going, I can't think of the most simple damn word. I was trying to talk to a guy in the gym today. We're talking about our playlist on our radio or on our phone, you know, listening to music. And I kept going, you know, I need to categorize it, you know, on that thing on the, you know, on the, like a folder, like a, you know, and he's like, you mean like and we're both sitting there. I'm like, then finally hit me playlist. I'm like, how the fuck couldn't I remember a playlist? So, you know, you wonder if that's, you know, some of the chair shots, some of the bumps I took. I mean, you never know, you know.
Dude, one time, I'm not going to lie, I was sitting in my room and I looked up at a box and it said, you know, the box says fragile on it. And I looked at it and it didn't look like, I'm like, that's how you spell fragile? Like it didn't look. It's fragile. It's made in Italy.
French. It's fragile. Hey Tony, what's a fragile?
But seriously, if it kind of like, man, the word didn't really look like fragile. So I'm like, nah, that's just my head fucking with me. I just like, again, you know, it's just, you know, my mind is playing tricks on me, you know. But you know, yeah, that is a scary thing, man. Just fear of having that. And the only way you can find out is when they split your dome open and slice your brain up like fucking bologna and fucking look at it through a fucking magnifying glass and stuff.
Now they
and,
said, I guess Harvard, that Chris Nowinski or whatever that was wrestling for WWE, he works for Queef and a Sleeve. He wrestled for the WWE, and I think he worked for Harvard afterwards. And they did that to Benoit's. Do you remember when they did that to Benoit's? They checked his brain, and they said he had. They didn't use the word CTE, but he said he had brain damage from whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had a brain of an 80-year-old or whatever they said.
Yeah, you got to remember though, Chris was the kind of guy that was jumping off the damn steel cage on Thunder onto the dude's chest.
Well, you know, if you ever watch any of Chris's old stuff in Japan, like him and the Dynamite Kid, same thing. They would, and there was no, not even a mat on the floor. They're doing diving headbutts off the top rope onto the damn concrete floor.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Now that's fucking crazy.
That's balls.
And they did it every fucking night.
Yeah, and
so,
it was second nature. It's just what it became.
Yeah.
So, Allan, just curiosity. I mean, like I said, you've been around Daphne a long time. You've been in WCW for a long time. You know, the matches that she had, I mean, were they really that vicious to get to that? I mean, I never really paid attention. I seen her matches, but it just didn't ever click like, oh, was she really getting hit in the head a lot?
Well, you know, I don't think in WCW. Now, TNA, I did see something with her with Abyss. I think it was Abyss, and he like pie-faced her off the top rope, and she landed on the floor on a table with barbed wire and stuff. I don't know how many bumps she took like that, but I mean, if she took a lot of those in TNA, and from what I don't remember in WCW, but I mean, you know what? One of them bumps could hit your head hard enough to give you some kind of, you know, I guess they say if you get hit where you got like a concussion or whatever, your brain gets soft in that spot or whatever. I mean, I guess it only takes one time, right?
I guess, man. I'm like I said, when I used to take bumps off the top. I mean, again, I'm not saying I always tucked my chin, made sure my head was up. I never really like took some damage. The only time I ever took a really bad bump is because of Sid Vicious. Fucking he choke slammed me backwards over the top rope instead of what. I'll tell you the story. They wanted me to be a security guard for Atlas.
Okay.
And it was Sabu and Just Incredible. Sid Vicious was supposed to come out when his music hits as Just Incredible and Sabu was going back, exchanging blows back and forth. So when Sid Vicious hit the ring and he grabs Sabu by the neck and he grabs, you know, Just Incredible by the neck to do the choke slam, I come in and grab him by the arm to stop him. So he lets him go and he turns to me and looks at me. That motherfucker, you know, we had the table outside. I really thought he was going to pick me up, you know, really pick me up, put me sideways, and choke slam me so I could end nicely on the table. Kind of turn
you a little bit.
Yeah. He just pushed me backwards, like literally picked me up and pushed me backwards. I fell over the top rope. I hit my head on the apron, went through the table. I felt fine.
So you went through the table like face first? You flipped over backwards? Is that just him, Brad?
I think, that's just him.
I like that. Let's just sit here and watch him. Hey, Kingpin, if you can hear me, you're froze up there, buddy. You got to get on the Ethernet there, pal. You know? He's really froze up, ain't he?
Yeah, I'm thinking he's thinking really hard.
I think he's got a poop. Hold on, let's see what this comment is. If you guys could go back in time, what would you have? Would you have never taken chair shots at the head? Well, that's a good question, Piers. But when someone's going to give you a chair shot and you don't know anything about it, it's kind of hard to not take that chair shot, because I've had one of those. How come it didn't go off? Oh, there you go. But it still ain't off. I hit hide. Okay.
It's my first day on the job, so it's got to be.
I remember I was wrestling up in Nashville one time. I think it was James Storm and Chris Harris, and I can't remember it. I think it was James Storm. I was crawling back in the ring, and bam, a chair hits me. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I was not expecting this chair shot. We didn't talk about it or nothing. And I mean, he hit me like a damn car. So did he get booted off, or did you boot him off?
I didn't boot him.
So, yes, I mean, you know, you can have a match and they say, hey, you're going to take this chair shot or whatever. But there are matches that I've been involved in that you get hit with a chair and it's never talked about. So I kind of wonder how many times that happens, or like with Mankind. I'm sure if you wrestling Mankind and say the Undertaker or something, I'm sure they could have had those times and everyone was like, well, fuck it, here's a chair, let's just go with it. And then he kind of gives him the Iggy and gives him the nod to go ahead and hit him with it. So, it's hard to say, but shit happens in the wrestling business, and that's just the way it is, and you can do whatever you can to try to prevent it, but I don't think it's ever going to be prevented as long as you're taking bumps, because hell, you don't have to necessarily get hit with a chair to get the effects of it.
Damn, something happened with my internet. I don't know what the fuck was that.
Yeah, you were froze up. I thought you were trying to take a poop on us.
Oh, well, anyway, I'll finish the story in a minute. What were you talking about?
No, I was just trying to make up time till you got back. I was just talking about how chair shots, like you can, backstage you'll talk about the chair shots, right? If you were ever going to take a chair shot, did you ever talk about it?
Yeah, man, I always tucked in my head like a turtle.
But you knew it was coming, though, right?
Hell, fuck yeah, man.
Now, I remember I was in a match in Nashville with, I think it was, I want to say Chris Harris and James Storm, and I believe James Storm hit me with a chair that I didn't even know was coming. I was crawling on all fours, and all of a sudden, bam! And, taking shit like that you're not expecting, that to me, that's a little worse, because I remember it knocking the shit out of me. And I could be wrong. It might not have been James Storm, but for some reason, I was thinking it was him.
Well, I mean, I got a scar on the top of my head from a chair shot because I tipped my head forward because, then that's how I learned the hard way, no pun intended, but it split my head open because I leaned forward.
Yeah.
And then the lip of the chair cut me open. So that from that point on, I always looked up, made sure it hit me on the forehead and just brace,
Yeah.
And stuff, That's okay, Brad. We're not boring you or anything. Anyway.
No, I was sending you something that, since you were talking about stupid shit and backyard wrestling and stuff the other day, I just sent you something to your messenger that, it blew my fucking mind when I watched it.
All right, I'll definitely look at it. But back to the Sid Vicious thing. Like he said, he just pushed me backwards. My back was on the ropes, and he just picked me up and just threw me backwards. So my shoulders hit the apron, my head hit the table.
Oh, okay.
And then the table broke, and then I shook my legs. I was like, make sure I wasn't crippled. And then when I got out the ring and they carried me out, I looked in the mirror and I fucking had a hematoma. On the back, like right on by the side of my head.
That is not a hematoma.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at Sid Vicious, but I think the reason he did that because he didn't give a fuck who I was. You know what I mean? Like he didn't take care of my body.
I think from what I kind of knew Sid Vicious a little bit. I think that guy legitimately got so hyped up in the shit he was doing. He just, not that he didn't give a fuck. I just think he just got lost in the moment. And I know that's not a good excuse. I'm not making an excuse for the guy, but he was like that,
Oh, okay. So if I was in the hospital in the fucking Halo, drinking, and he'll come in, hey, I was lost in the moment, kid.
Yeah, you know what? It's like probably. No, but I'm just saying though, but and I kind of used to get that way a little bit. I had to check myself, because I'd get kind of fired up a little bit sometimes.
Oh, really? Oh, I hear you. So then they'd be like, hey, you need to calm down, bro.
Yeah, because all the guys like I remember Chuck Plumlee used to go, fuck it. They'd be starting laughing. I'd get in the ring and just go fucking 400 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, what's up, Mega? Oh, excuse Mr. Las
King
Vegas.
Talking
I know
about
he's
King
like,
Dingling.
brother. I got a business trip, bro. I got like 4 girls waiting for me in Las Vegas Friday. So, brother.
4 rats or 4 girls?
Yo, he's a pimp, man. When he gets to Vegas, he got the lime green suit.
He probably got blue-eyed brandy up there waiting on him, don't he?
I know, man. Lime green suit with a big goblet. It says Mega in the front, lighting up.
With the purple pinstripes.
I know, where my bitches? Where my bitches?
Hey, Mega, did you take your bag of bitches with you to Vegas?
That's awesome, man. But like I said, man, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just hard, man. And the scariest thing is always like when it's people or like I said, it's part of family, and then it's just little by little, everybody's just dropping like flies, man. And it's just kind of scary,
Gotta have the pimp cup.
It just always worries me about.
So
that,
Peter's asked you a question. I think you were out when he asked if you guys could go back in time, would you have never taken chair shots to the head?
If I could go back in time, I would have said the sponsors in the beginning, so I wouldn't have to hear his mouth on the fucking chat room. But anyway,
and then you know what? I'd rather take a chair shot.
I'm just fucking with your Pierce. Relax.
Hey, wouldn't you rather take a chair shot than hear that shit though?
What? If I could go back in time and not take a chair shot, then I wouldn't have a job.
Exactly right. You probably wouldn't
because I don't think I couldn't say anything, because they would have replaced me with somebody else. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I didn't earn my stripes. I mean, come on. I mean, what was something that you besides stealing Kid Cash's moonsault off the top rope? What was one move that that they asked you to do, but you're like, fuck.
Taking
that I didn't do, or I end up doing it.
No, you did it, but in your mind, like, fucking A, man, I really don't want to do it, man, because that's risque. Like.
In WCW, there was no time they wanted me to do something that I didn't feel comfortable with, really. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but they never asked me to do anything that I wouldn't have done on my own. Now, the spear with Goldberg, no, that was my idea. I knew it was going to kill me. Goldberg didn't even want to do that spear, but, I talked him into it because I told him it was going to be awesome. But I don't regret doing that at all.
No, the one thing I regretted, but it was my idea, was the Danbury thing with New Jack. That was my idea for that spot. Yeah. But of course, when they didn't do what, not say do what I said, but they didn't do the stuff that I needed to protect ourselves from that fall. Yeah. I said I ain't doing it because they didn't get the tables, they didn't get the boards. They just said we forgot. And I said I ain't doing it. Yeah. And then that's when Vic Grimes like, oh, I'll do it. So that's the only time I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Yeah. I would have been definitely CT'd out after that. From that fall, fuck.
That
was kind of your idea, though, right? So
no, it was my idea because we looked at it. I'm like, yeah, I got a spot. I got a good. But like I told you, Alan, I wanted to put 2 tables, 4 tables, 2 tables at the bottom, 2 tables at the top, so we could go, go through it, boom, boom, and it was just basically. But Jack was like, nah, man, we could do it with 2 tables. And then I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, where's the board, man, to put up at the top so I could? Oh, we didn't get it, man. We didn't have time. Fuck this, man. I ain't doing this shit. Yeah. Because again, they were just taking away the safety, and I just said, nah, I didn't trust it. So that's why I didn't do it.
Well, no, there've been, I mean, we could bring up a few incidents like the Owen Hart incident. They say that wasn't safe to do, but he just said he'd do it anyway, or he didn't want to rock the boat, I guess. Now I seen a few spots in WCW where they did some stuff where we had a good stunt guy, Ellis Edwards. He did some stuff for Baywatch, and actually he's still with WWE now to this day, I think. But Ellis, if you had Ellis stunt coordinating for you, you felt pretty safe. But still, some of the stuff, man, I saw, like, I don't think some of these guys probably should have did some of that stuff because I don't think it was Ellis. I think it was the people doing the stunts that probably shouldn't have been doing them.
I think like the WCW one that like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. It was when Sid Vicious jumped off the top rope and kicked Steiner in the chest and broke his leg.
Yeah, but the bad thing about that was he already had a stress fracture in his leg. He played softball and he got to playing softball, and he didn't want to. He never told him he played softball because I used to get pissed off at him. So really? I think he might have known he had that stress fracture in his leg.
I didn't know
bullshit, Annette. You get your ass in here and you watch the whole damn show. We're tired of your excuses, Annette.
She's baking cookies and stuff, man. She's always posting cookies and shit. She's baking
cookies for me and Angel. That's acceptable. We'll accept
she got like tons. It's not like she bakes just like one batch of chocolate chip cookies. Like on her face, she got like different types of shit. She bakes. What's that shit called? Pierce gets mad at me because I call it anthrax. Oh, the cookies, man. The fucking
cookies. You can send the anthrax to Kingpin. I'll just eat the chocolate chip cookies.
I like them, man. They're pretty tasty. They're biscuits, but I keep calling them anthrax or something. I don't know. Pierce will say something. He'll tell me what it is.
Johnny Stamboli put that up there. What's Mega say? Where he bumped on his ass.
Oh yeah, busted his bladder.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about that, man. We tried to talk him out of it. We didn't try to talk him out of it. Well, when he was on my podcast, you can look it up on YouTube. He talks about that. We do love you, Annette. We're just messing with you. I think I love you a little more than the rest of them, but
Ooh, on this episode of the dating game.
But
It's
no,
the
Johnny,
Funkin Kingpin dating show.
me and Mike Sanders were telling Johnny, listen, you're springboarding off the top rope onto the floor. Does that sound right to you? And he goes, oh, I can do it. We're like, we know you can do it, but think about this for a minute. You're springboarding off the top rope onto the floor.
And there was a mat there, I remember, but
but there was like one of them little high school wrestling matches, dude.
Yeah, I know. Busted his ass open, yeah.
Dude, he's shattered his fucking urethra and his fucking bladder or something. I mean, with all intents and purposes, they could have killed the kid, probably, if he didn't get medical help quick. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, man. You could jump off a fucking diving board and land ass first in the pool and fucking hurt your asshole. And you don't think that's going to hurt you?
Shit, hell yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the rest of your life, man. Your wife's not going to be able to put that strap. Well, I can't say that.
Hey, but you know what? It made the great highlight reel.
What did?
The fucking, Johnny the Bull diving off the top rope.
I guess it did make a highlight reel too, didn't it? That was against Terry Funk, so he felt obligated to do some crazy shit because it was Terry Funk, and he wanted to stand out. Which, I mean, I don't blame him. We were all young and wanted to do stupid shit at one point,
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I remember a match where it was a junk match. You throw the garbage can and stuff, and then Jack would hit me with the fucking the shovel, and then he turns me around, stick the shovel in my ass, and push me backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hell of a spot, kid. Fuck, that's a shoot, kid.
Brad's like, I wonder if I could do that tonight with me and the missus. He's intrigued now.
That's a hell of a spot, kid. Is Alcohol Adam 33 from Good Day, fellas? You from Australia?
Good day, fellas.
Good day, mate.
Foster's Australian for beer, mate. But man, like I said, man, like I said, there's a lot of things that you regret in the ring.
A fucking another kingpin right here.
It sounds like something in my bedroom. There you go. But like I said, there was things that in my brain when I'm like, fuck, like the Flaming Tables match. Hey, let Angel go through it. Shit.
Yeah, right.
But I never said nothing. Oh, okay, boss. Yeah, anything you want. But inside my brain, like, God damn it. And then you're like going through the match and you're getting closer and closer to the fucking finale. You're like, oh, here it comes, man.
Yeah. No, see, I would have done more stuff like that had I had the opportunity to do. I mean, you're there trying to keep a job, bro. And there are some things, we would just do just to fucking not because we thought we were crazy or better than anybody, but just to try to stand out and keep your job. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, if you'd have said no, then they'll find somebody else to replace you. Oh yeah, don't worry, kid. Just sit back there. We'll get somebody else to do it. And boom, there's your career.
Yeah, no shit, right? They'd get, if Kid Cash didn't want to do a moonsault off the top rope, powerbomb moonsault, I'll do it.
No, just curiosity, man. Do you think now, like if you said, nah, I feel unsafe, I don't want to do it, that you think there will be repercussions compared to how it was back then?
Well, yeah, I think there'd be some repercussions, whether it be, they're not going to give you a spot later. Anytime you don't do what they want you to do, usually in the wrestling business, unless you're fucking Hulk Hogan or Triple H or somebody like that, there's always a repercussion. But, nowadays it's a little more sugar coated and they might not do anything right then, but eventually they probably, it never goes away. You know how the wrestling business is. Somebody would never forget that you said no.
Oh yeah.
In my eyes, that's what I believe. I mean, that's my opinion.
And that's what happened to you, man, when you told DDP you were not going to give him that big 72-inch TV, and look what happened after that.
I got big heat from that kid.
Yeah, monkey.
Yeah, that's right. You want to get in it, monkey? Let's get in it. Yeah, shit, kid. Bro, hit my music. Bang. No more FOP for you, bro.
Oh shit, man! I'm surprised he hasn't used that as a trademark for, like, I know DDP yoga, but something FOP, yoga or something like that.
Well, see, I don't even know if Paige knows about the FOP. That was just something I think behind his back.
Really? Okay.
From what
Interesting.
I remember, I think if I would have walked up to Paige and said, "Hey, Paige, who's in the FOP? You know, the FOP server, Friends of Paige," he'd probably been like, "Bro, what are you talking about, bro?"
I'm the only friend I got, bro.
Yeah.
That with my new fucking veneers. Look at my teeth, bro.
Look at me, I'm the 2-time WCW heavyweight champion, bro.
Hit my music.
But yeah, man, like I said, man, it's there's a lot of things that I kind of like said, God damn it, I don't, you know, like fuck, I don't want to do it. But of course I pushed forward and sucked it up, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you probably more so than I did in my wrestling career, because you're in Extreme Championship Wrestling. So, you know, the name, you know, the name says it, you know what I mean?
But you know what's fucking funny though? When I first started in this business, I was doing high flying. I got videos of me diving off the top rope, hurling Karanas, all that shit.
Yeah.
I really, really try to perfect my craft to be a fucking aerial wrestler.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get to ECW, which I'm not complaining, all the work I put in to do all the high flying shit, they were like, you know, fucking hardcore, you know, hardcore matches. And that's all that's the job I got.
Well, I mean, you know, in the wrestling business, you got to, just like the Heartbreak Ridge, you got to improvise, adapt, and overcome, right?
Yeah.
So you might be asked to do something you're not comfortable with, but you know what? You learn how to deal with it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that it was ever a fucking lucha move was DeVito doing his fucking moonsault off the top rope.
Yeah.
You know, which
well, I mean, a lot of guys can do like moonsaults and backflips and stuff like that. And when I wrestled for the Lucha Libre USA, I used to do planches through the ropes and stuff. But you know, unfortunately, that so many guys do that you know now everybody does it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lowrider said you're sloppy as fuck with your dives.
Shit, man. I mean, shit. Look who's talking about though. That
and
fucking
that's a shoot, kid.
You ever see his fucking like? It's an awesome kick, but it's not. He doesn't hold back. He does his flip and kicks you under the chin.
Yeah, man.
I got some chipped teeth from that motherfucker flipping under. You know, but it looks great, man. But I seen teeth flying. You know, it's not spit. You know, oh fuck! Oh, that looked real. Damn right, it was real.
Did you see what Alcohol Adam said here? He said. Is it on there? Fucking spot monkey. That's gonna catch on, man.
What the fuck is that in his background? What pussy's meow?
I think Brad's taking a piss on the chair.
My cat.
What the fuck? You got pussy in the room and you're not sharing with the boys? Hey, we're not allowed to say that, are we?
Only if
it's a cat. It's a cat.
Yeah, it's a pussy cat. But you can say pussy if it was in a video game.
Kitty.
This broadcast is rated M for mature.
There you go. So I was like, what the fuck? You know,
he walks around the house with a toy in his mouth and gripes until you put catnip on it.
I kick
nasty. Man, I don't care what you do in the bedroom, what you put catnip on and, you know, with a toy in your mouth. That's kind of too much information, brother.
Yeah, you know, Lowrider might contribute to the old, what do you call it? The Wrestling Pines retirement home.
Oh, Shady Pines. The Pro Wrestling Shady Pines Retirement Center.
He's going to contribute to the Kingpin Shady Pines tapioca fucking fun.
Oh man, you know what he was telling me this morning? He was talking about Jocelyn Grace. He's a huge fan of hers, man. He has like posters of her all over the wall. Follows her workout program. Oh yeah, dude, he follows her workout program.
She's a little older, isn't she?
I don't know, man. I think she's still in the like early 30s and stuff like that. I mean, he like I said, he's in the president of a fan club. The dude does everything for her, man. The guy's legit. That's a shoot kid.
Well, Adam, actually, what I was doing is I was getting ready to put that pussy in a box and take him down to the local Chinese restaurant and trade him in for a wonton.
Shit.
Now, I like crab ragoons, man.
Those are good. Bombs.
Crab ragoons.
Yeah.
Those are
man.
awesome.
Hey, bro, let's just talk about the Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax incident in the ring, brother. Have you ever had an incident where it went legitimately straight shoot?
Let me think. You know what? There were a couple times over in Japan where they try to test you, but I don't. A lot of people would probably take that the wrong way, but I was smart into the business, and you know, Sarge and a bunch of older guys smarted me up to that, so I didn't take it personally. I just, I'd stiff them fucking back.
That's called strong style, brother.
That is called strong style, but you know, some of these guys nowadays, I don't know if they could take that. What do you think?
I don't think they'll take it, man. I'll take it, but you know, it's funny. When I was in Puerto Rico, I wrestled two Japanese dudes, and I was supposed to hit him with a chair shot, and he goes, "Angel-san, really, you really lay it in?" And I'm like, you know, I was like, "Lay it in." I mean, I know what he meant by lay it in. I said, "Do you really want me to lay it in?" And he goes, "Angel-san, really hit me. Do not hold back."
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. And that's another one. I'm like, fuck, I really don't want to hurt these guys. They're nice guys.
Yeah.
But of course, I got the video, man. That when I hit him with the chair, that shit just fucking folded like a sandwich,
Well,
you know,
shit,
like
dude.
a taco shell.
Yeah. I mean, shit, they tell you to lay it in, you got to lay it in, right?
Oh, yeah, man. But I still felt bad. I mean, I went to the back. Hey, brother, you okay? You know, I mean, was it okay? You know, and oh, yeah, you know, they don't fucking complain. Yeah.
No, hell no. They're not complaining at all. They'll tell you it was great.
I know, but I was like, brother, you sure, man? I'm not going to be mad. I mean, I want to make sure. Oh, no, it's good, Angel. Good hit. I'm like, shit, dude. When I download it, I'm going to fucking show you that scene. You're going to be like, God damn. Did you hate him?
Send that shit to me. I want to see that shit.
Well, the chairs they have are completely different than what you see them using on Raw and all that.
Oh, yeah. The chair I had was a real steel chair, man. They were like, oh, my God, he just Pearl Harbored him. What the fuck? Did I ever tell you about Sandman doing that to the Japanese?
What, you were in Japan or was it in the States?
Hack was in Japan and then going over the match.
Yeah.
And Hack goes, all right, you know, I'm going to duck your clothesline. You know, you're going to hip toss me. I'm going to nip up. When I nip up.
Did he fucking do that?
Yeah, I'm going to nip up. I don't think you can do that. I'm going to nip up and Pearl Harbor you.
Pearl Harbor. Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
you know,
something
like,
to say to.
They didn't say nothing, but it was funny though. When they told me that, I'm like, really? What the fuck? And he can't nip up, but of course, he just said it to because he nips, you know. So it was freaking funny.
God dang.
You know, but
yeah, shit wouldn't fly in today's world, would it?
Oh hell no, man. I mean, like I said, the Japanese down there, like the tables, the chairs, man. Like I seen those table spots. I'm like, that's a fucking small ass table. That's a legit fucking hard fucking.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
table.
I've seen some. Yeah, some of them I'm like, fuck, I don't know whether I want to do that shit or not if I have to.
Motherfuckers were doing dives, man. Like Chris Benoit dives on top of motherfuckers and they're breaking the tables, but they look solid.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I always watch some of those matches and was like, I'm not sure I want to do that if I have to. You know, but I was making good money in Japan, so I probably would have done it if they asked me to. You know.
You could have got yourself a nice little, you know, little geisha girl, lived the life up there, you know.
No.
Wouldn't have to worry about those shoot kids.
You would not have stayed in Japan if you would have.
You know, I was wanting to move there at one point, and then I was going through a divorce. I talked to Kaz Hayashi about moving there.
And do what? Wrestle? Just wrestle?
Yeah, just like living over there and wrestling for all Japan.
Okay.
That's what a lot of the guys do over there, isn't it? Because
you know, now, this was back when I was going back there. Then when my buddy Jerry Toot died, and you knew Jerry Toot, didn't you, Angel?
Yeah.
Well, he was good friends with Bam Bam. Actually, I think Bam Bam was his godfather, Scotty Bigelow.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when Jerry died, he's the reason I got over there in the first place. Well, between him and Kaz, because I wrestled with Kaz and Muda in WCW. But Jerry's the one that kind of pulled the string for me and helped me really get over there. So when he died, what they were doing was they asked me one time if I wanted to pay for my own plane ticket. And I said, fuck, why would I want to pay for my own plane ticket when you guys always pay for it? Well, they were getting these other guys like that never been over there to pay for their plane ticket. And I'm like, dude, I'm coming over to make money. I'm not spending $2,000 on a motherfucking plane ticket. And they quit using me. You know,
and that's the thing. The new at that time, it's like, I can't say the new era. They like I said, there was a lot of motherfuckers flying themselves in just to mark out that they wrestle in Japan, and it kind of messed up for everybody. You know, like you say, oh, don't tell all the boys they're gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, exactly. That's the old saying. Don't tell the boys they'll fuck it up.
Yeah, and that's what happened. These motherfuckers were flying in, and of course the Japanese are, hey, this motherfucker's willing to fly themselves in. We don't have to pay $2,000.
But guys were doing that overseas in Europe too.
That's ridiculous.
So many of you guys would fucking fly themselves over there, and dude, if you're gonna spend, I know an airfare to Japan or fucking Europe's going to cost you what, $1,200 at least.
See, now it's not, and you know, I'm there to make money, man. Not
Dude,
fucking
that's
spend
exactly what I told them, and then they quit fucking using me. So you know,
dude. When I was in Japan, I fucking survived. I'm not lying to you. I fucking bought tons of tuna fish, fucking protein bars, and that's what I fucking survived on. Because I mean, yeah, there was times I went out like, oh, Angel Son, let's go out. Ah, brother, I don't want to go, and of course I was go, but that I really, really kind of like budgeted myself. Like, this is what I'm gonna eat. This one, god damn it, with that pussy fucking.
Yeah, you know what I did in Japan a lot. I would take one whole suitcase with nothing but cans of tuna fish. Then I take, I'd pack in tuna fish, protein bars, protein powder.
Yep.
I remember I used to take this Power peanut butter, had high protein peanut butter, and it had like flax seeds in it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I would eat that. They had like a tube, like the old, the old Otter Pop popsicles. You just, turn the tube.
Yeah,
squeeze out the popsicles. That's kind of how the Power butter was in. So you could just suck that out of there. And I didn't go out to eat every day because I would eat at the hotel. We'd get free food at the hotel, like breakfast and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I'd eat the breakfast at the hotel, but then the rest of the time, most of the time I got lucky, man. All Japan, the office would always take you out to dinner after the shows or whatever, or like on your off day, they'd I remember this one guy, we called him the money guy. He was in the office, and he'd always say, hey, you guys want to go out? Or, it's on me. So me and Jerry would be like, fuck yeah, we'd go out and he'd buy us fucking beer and fucking all the food we wanted.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, when we used to get the free hotel gimmick food, I used to eat and then also take more upstairs, put it in the fridge gimmick.
Oh yeah,
leave it in there just in case, and then I just have some extra food there just in case. Let's say nobody offered us to take us out to eat. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm waiting for me at the hotel besides tuna fish and protein bars and fucking, dude. The thing I hated the most, that's why I can't eat. I don't think they make them anymore. Metrix bars. Remember how Metrix bars?
Oh yeah, dude. I used to love them fuckers though.
Oh, dude, there was some. After a while, man, they got like, oh, this.
Hey, alcohol, Adam. When you stay in the nice hotels, you get the free food, baby.
Got to work the gimmick, man. It's all about saving money, coming home with the
cash,
and
even if you don't, you can work a gimmick a little bit, And I don't know if I ever told you about this, Angel. When I was actually in Australia, Mike Busey. Or I don't know. Is that how you say his last name? Busey?
Yeah. Mike Busey, yeah.
So we're over there. I was over there with him. Well, we had this gimmick where, I had big heat with Bagwell for a long time. So, Bagwell had heat with me. So in turn, I had heat with that motherfucker.
Because he was a stuff?
He was not the stuff.
And he's ready to get rough.
He was the shit, maybe the shits.
Did you ever share a hotel room with him and he comes out like, hey, look, Allan?
No, never.
I'm the stuff.
If I would have shared a hotel room with him, I'd have put him through the fucking wall.
Go ahead.
So the gimmick I had over there was I would actually get a list. We'd get a list of the at the front counter. We'd get a list of all the boys' rooms. So then I knew where Crowbar and Mike and and AJ Styles, we all kind of hung out. So, then we knew what room they were in or whatever. Then we'd call the room and say, hey, I'm going to take a shower and then we're going to go to dinner or we're going to, Annette, you better stick up with me. I'm not calling him the B word and he's not the stuff. He's the shits. So I would literally find out what room he was in. Check it out with Marcus Bagwell. I'd go down to the hotel. I'd get breakfast. I'd get lunch. I'd get dinner and put Marcus Bagwell, room 304. Sign it, and then they take it off his room. That was his room bill. I did that shit 3 times a day. Nope, never. He was always so fucking drunk and pilled up, he wouldn't have known. I mean, he wouldn't have known if he ordered the shit or not.
Now he's looking up. Brad's like, "Oh, Bagwell, let me text him."
Yeah. No, I was responding to.
You're fine, bro. We're just fucking with you.
It's all good.
On the Get Funk podcast, we are not allowed to say the B word. He is not B. He is Marcus Bagwell.
Well, Annette says she has a poster of him on the wall, and she always looks at it before she goes to bed. Oh, the stuff.
She said it was the original NWO Bagwell when at that.
She probably, tickles the crotch a little bit. It's a scratch and sniff or something.
And she's got and she says she has a glow-in-the-dark American Males one, too.
Oh,
there you
Jesus.
Go. But what's funny about him, man? I mean, the way he got into the business because of Missy Hyatt, because he was a fucking male stripper. And then she fucking, that's the story I heard. I don't know if that's a straight shoot or not, but
I should be Buff Bagwell's gigolo. Come on, man.
the funk station.
He should be my gigolo.
wait. But I mean, oh, you know what? We didn't even fucking talk about the Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. What'd you think about that? We kind of sidetracked on that.
That went sideways, didn't it, guys?
There you go. So what exactly happened in this match? I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it.
I mean, I just saw a little bit of it, like some still shots. Unfortunately, they said it's either a work shoot or legit shoot, and they kind of went with the original finish. But before that ever happened, they were really just like whooping each other's ass, back and forth during the match. But Brad, watched it 4 or 5 times because he even got it on his DVR. So
I'm sure he does.
So what was the story about that, Brad?
From what I seen, she went to put her in the Samoan drop, and there was a complete communication failure, and she couldn't pick her up because she was holding onto the rope. And then when she backed up, she looked at Nia and just slapped the fucking taste out of her mouth.
Damn.
And so she turns around, and she just kind of nods her head around, and the next thing you know, they do a lockup, and she's got her held down like in a headlock, and she was pretending she couldn't move her. And when she come back up, dude, she just gave her the hands, like 4 of them back to back, as hard as she could.
So Charlotte hit Nia 4 times?
Nia hit Charlotte 4 times.
Oh.
But see, Nia Jax, man, like I said, I mean, look, the only reason she hasn't got fired is because she has some relation with The Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is that she's fucked up a lot of females and hurt a lot of females.
Well, didn't she hurt Ronda Rousey at one time, didn't she?
Yeah, she was hurting motherfuckers, man. And, and that's the thing, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but back in the days, if you would have started hurting people, that would have been your ass. You're fired. I don't give a fuck who you're related to. You fucking want my money.
Yeah,
and I don't know what Vince or anybody just decides to keep her because she's not safe. She's not good. She hasn't improved.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, she so far she's safe because who she's related to and who's got her back. But I mean, after a while, man, the boys are just gonna, the girls, they'll just beat her ass in the locker room eventually.
I mean, think about all the people they let go, and she still has a job. I mean, I don't want her to be unemployed, but I'm like, if they were cleaning house and doing all this stuff, wouldn't she be one of them to be let go due to the fact she's hurting people?
Well, I mean, yeah, they've got rid of a lot of good fucking talent up there, so you're kind of, you kind of wonder that, right?
Oh yeah, And then another thing, fucking Lowrider fucking sent me a fucking video of fucking Loki beating the brakes. Literally fucking like kicking this dude in the face, like pop. I mean,
well, Loki's always got that rep to do that, doesn't he?
I don't give two. I know Loki for years, and I mean, I like the guy. I mean, I like the guy because I know him since we were like from the gate before we all got to that point.
Yeah,
I wouldn't eat that. I don't give a fuck who he is, man. If I get kicked in the face like that, I mean, maybe Louis would take it because he's shook.
Yeah, right.
Lowrider would, but I wouldn't do that shit.
But listen, I work with Low-Key and TNA. I don't think I might have worked with him in a match, in a battle royal type thing. I think it was, but I mean, the motherfucker is 140 pounds.
Yeah,
I don't care how much fucking MMA shit he knows or whatever the fuck he thinks he knows, but he acts like he's fucking 250 pounds,
which is fine.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, dude. If he kicked me in the face on purpose more than once, me and him would fucking be fighting.
I'll send you the video, man. It's not more than once, man. It's like 7 in a row, straight like rapid fire kicks in the face.
Yeah, well,
yeah, dude. And like I said, man,
he would better hope he'd knock me out because we'd be fighting.
Like the thing is that I know for a fact if I give you my body and I trust you with my body and you fucking take advantage of it and just don't fucking throw it to the wind and kick my ass.
Yeah, no
okay,
shit,
it's on, brother. It's on. You know.
I mean, especially me now, I got plates in my face and shit, So if someone did that shit to me now, we're definitely fucking fighting.
I just throw magnets at your face and just blind you.
Well, sticks and magnets may hurt my bones.
Spell out FOP on his cheek.
Does that ever come through to like
they're
the
titanium? They're not magnetized, Angel.
But would that go through the metal detector without?
No, it never went off in the airport ever.
So how come other people with like hip replace? It depends on the metal.
Well, I got titanium. I don't really think it affects that. Honestly,
I don't know. Just wondered, because I see people with fucking knee replacements and bleep bleep bleep, shit like that. But again, it depends on what year, what model, what metal they used at the time.
What model was that titanium? But did you get that from the moon?
Well, People say I'm an alien.
Sorry, I had to. He's like, it's
Hey,
dumb,
man, but yeah, man. I mean, like I said, man, Allan's a tough dude, man. Especially taking that move from see, here comes my CT. What's his name?
Sonny Siaki.
Suyaki. I was gonna say Sasaki.
Well,
yeah,
you
man.
know the thing about that is, me and Sonny, we came through the power plant together. So I worked the kid a million times, and he tells me he could do something. Why wouldn't I trust him?
No, yeah. And he probably felt bad like a motherfucker when that shit happened.
Nah, he didn't. Fuck him.
He didn't visit you at the hospispittal?
No, he didn't.
That escalated quickly.
That's one of those rules, man. You
Nah,
had
but
somebody
me
go
and
straight to
Sonny
hospital.
are buddies, though. I've talked to him several times, and I actually caught him up one night and told him I forgave him because I used to give him shit about it all the time.
Shit, man, I would have worked the gimmick, man. I'll call him like 2 a.m. I can't. Every time I eat, the food falls out of my mouth because I lose feeling. Fuck you, Click.
Hey, dude, that's how it was for a while, though. That's a shoot for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck, I couldn't even all the everything in my face, nothing worked. Like my mouth just hung there. If I wanted to drink, I had to put a sippy cup and hold my bottom lip.
Damn.
Did you like if you touched your face, it was like numb, like you didn't have any
like
sensation?
That. Yeah, like the right side of my face, like right here, I could actually scratch a part of the top of my head and I can feel it in my eye.
Damn.
Yeah, and that was 2003. So it's been a minute.
Man, that's because you're a worker, man. That's that's a stripe, man. It's like a cauliflower ear, brother.
That's right.
But
you know what? It didn't knock me out though. I've never been knocked out in my life.
Yeah, man. It's funny. I mean, Beefcake, man. I mean, he had the same type of shit. I don't know if he got titanium.
That was a parasailing accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got 2 knees. The guy went to lift his knees up to go over him, and he got the knees in the face.
God dang.
I don't know. That's fucking and it shattered. I don't know. I mean, I know it just shattered, but I don't know if it shattered both his fucking orbital bones.
Yeah, they said a normal guy would have died if he didn't have the musculature he had. I remember back that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, man. Fuck, dude.
I was a kid, I think, when that happened.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I was a fucking kid. Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, that's been a minute. That was probably in the late '80s. I would.
Yeah,
guess.
because he was working the gimmick with the fucking the mask, the metal, the Hulk Hogan yellow big old mask.
So Lowrider said he just looked up that video of Nia Jax and Charlotte, and he said, "What a clusterfuck."
No,
I'm gonna have to look it up when we get off.
Watch it, man. It's probably a legit shoot, man, and stuff. But yeah, man, like I said, if you give your body to somebody you trust them and they fucking take advantage of it, then it's fucking. I will never trust you again.
Yeah, no, especially with all this fucking CT and people getting fucking mental health shit from wrestling and. Fuck you. I mean, you got to be careful what the fuck you do nowadays. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, man. Absolutely.
So,
well, it looks like we're just winding down, man. It's 57. We definitely need to get those sponsors in before Pierce gets on our ass.
No.
Let's get them in one more time, then, Brad. Brizad.
All righty, here comes the first one.
That's what I'm talking about, man. If you're a sports athlete, and definitely need athlete. No, if you're a sports athlete, and definitely need your fucking apparel. Definitely need those arm sleeves, headbands, anything that you need for any type of sports. Definitely go to sleeves.com. Definitely use promo code MWA Pod. Also, the most entertaining thing about Sleeve that I like the most is those dirty boxers. They have all kinds of varieties that will make the bedroom more exciting, more fun. And, definitely send them the Kingpin sent you. Use MWA Pod for 10% off.
I like the Sleeves condoms. Don't they have condoms?
Oh, yeah. It glows in the dark.
Sweet.
There's your next one.
All right. Healthape.com. If you or anybody in your life is a vapor, check out healthape.com. Put in code MWA Pod for your 10% discount. Now, these items are all infused with vitamins, healthy energy, and they have no nicotine, no harmful chemicals, and they're all natural. So check them out.
Balls bigger.
Check out healthvape.com, code MWA Pod for all your healthy vape needs.
Hey, I take anything to get some, like I said, the vitamins, man. I mean, it definitely does give you.
I mean, if it don't have no nicotine in it, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Angel?
It doesn't have any harmful chemicals, as long as it doesn't have that, then I'm okay. But anyway, fellas, I really appreciate everybody coming on the Funkin Kingpin show. Again, this episode is definitely dedicated to Daphne. a hell of a worker. I only met her once. Nice girl.
Good girl.
I just feel bad. And, CT is a serious thing, man. I mean, it's definitely something that it needs to be looked at and analyzed, because a lot of us are, affected by it, Yeah. Look at Brad. Look how he looks at the screen with his eyes twitching like the guy from fucking Constantine with his fucking eyes just twitching.
He only takes a couple bumps a day from his cat.
I know, right?
Well, Allan, close us off, man. I'm always closing off and opening up, man. Do something, man. Let the brother relax.
Wait, what are you talking about? I just carried the whole show.
I know, because you're the superstar. You make more money than I do with those royalty checks. All
right. Well,
easy, pops.
Yeah, I gotta go check out my House State Buckeyes. They're playing right now. But everybody, thanks for checking out this episode of the Funkin Kingpin Show. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. I'm at Funk Allan or Funk Allan at Facebook. You're at what is your on?
Medina 262 on Instagram. Definitely check out my ECW Baldy Angel on Twitter. Just definitely, and also definitely check out all the shows on the Realm channel.
Yeah,
we forgot
the Vince Russo brand, baby.
Vince Russo brand, and MWA Podcast Network, man. Definitely check us out, man. Definitely a lot of other shows that definitely you could enjoy. So, bro, hit my music.
Hit my music, bro. Hey, next week I got a new $30,000 backdrop. Bro, bang,
bam.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.